Stop writing, please. Then you write afterwards. Stop writing, please. Stop, please. The law of demand says, in the law of demand, says the higher the price, the lower the quantity demanded, right? And vice versa. This is the law of demand, yes or no? So, which simply means that there's inverse relationship between price and quantity. That is the law of demand. There's always going to be what? Inverse relationship between price and quantity. When the price increases, the quantity demanded is expected to reduce. And when the price falls, the quantity demanded is expected to rise. That is the law of demand. But there are some exceptions to the law of demand. So which simply means the price of a product might continue to rise over time and customers continue to buy. So if they continue to buy it, that means it's not about what? The law of demand. Get the point here? One of the assumptions of rationality or of a rational consumer is that it is expected that a rational consumer buy products that the price is affordable. That makes you a rational consumer. And that is simply the law of demand. But we have exceptions to the law of demand, which simply means whatever we've talked about here is the opposite. Does it make sense or not? Yeah, I'm going to repeat it. This is the law of demand, right? The law of demand. The law of demand. Demand is simply about consumers. Demand is simply about what? Consumers. So, we have laws that bind what we buy, our actions, our reactions in the market. So the law that binds our action or reaction in the market is the law of demand. And the law of demand states that the higher the price, the lower the quantity demanded, or the lower the price, the higher the quantity demanded. Which simply means there's an inverse relationship between price and quantity demanded. So if price is falling, quantity demanded will be increasing. You don't talk when I'm talking. You don't at all. The only time you want to talk is to ask questions. That's why you have 2 ears, to listen more. That's the law of demand. Price and quantity, inverse relationship. So I said, this is price, this is quantity. Based on the fact that there's inverse relationship, it means if price is falling, quantity would rise. If price is increasing, quantity would fall. Inverse relationship. This is a typical law of demand. But today, we're not talking about the law of demand. We're talking about exceptions to the law of demand. And what are the reasons why consumers will forget about the law of demand and continue to buy a product? Is it making sense now? Do you understand where we are going to today? Today is about not talking about this. Talking about something that is different from the law of demand. We call it the exception to the law of demand. So what are the exceptions to the law of demand? These are the reasons why the law of demand will not work here. The first one is a given good. What are given goods? These are goods that have a positive price effect. Remember, demand has a negative price effect. It's inverse. Quantity and price are inverse when it comes to law of demand. Yes or no? Inverse. They are inverse. That is the law of demand. But here we're talking about a positive relationship, which means price is increasing, quantity is increasing. Price is falling, quantity is falling. Are they the same now?
Yes.
Are they the same? No. The first one is inverse. The second one is positive.
So the price gets
As price increases, the quantity demanded increases.
decreases.
No, as price falls, the quantity falls.
So the same.
In law of demand, there's inverse relationship. I'm going to do this again. This is price and this is quantity. Yes or no? Let's assume price falls. In the law of demand, as soon as price falls, the quantity demanded what? Increases. That is the higher, the lower the price, the higher the quantity demanded. Now, the higher the price, the lower the quantity demanded. This is inverse relationship. the law of demand. Can you put your head up, please? This is inverse relationship. What is expected of a student is to seek information. And this is where I'm seeing students fighting against information. Because when you are not in the classroom, or when you are not concentrating in the classroom, it means you are fighting against information.
What?
The school is to give information. And that is why the teacher is being employed. The student is to seek information. But the reverse is the case. When the student that is supposed to seek information is fighting against information. And how do you fight against information? You are fighting against information when you are not concentrating in the classroom. That's the reality. And when you are fighting against information, it affects you in your exams. You can't eat your cake and have it. If you are not here, you are not here. There's no shortcuts to success. There's no shortcuts to heaven. If you have to go to heaven, you have to die. Does it make sense here, please?
Yes.
It's either you are here or you are there. You can't be here and be there. So put your mind here. Stop wasting your time.